Hey guys, Tim Loomis and Chris Schwartz here, local owners of White Whale Real Estate in New Smyrna Beach. And today we are going to talk about the do's and the don'ts of what you should do before buying a house.
But before we talk to you about that, please remember to like, subscribe, and follow. We are trying to be the next YouTube sensation, or at least just the bare minimum, your favorite local go-to real estate agents in New Smyrna Beach, or really all of Florida if you need help. We are licensed to help you anywhere in the state of Florida, but in particular, we're really great in New Smyrna Beach. So please, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and follow. And the do's and don'ts, what do we want to start with?
I don't know, do's, don'ts. What's the don'ts?
So you want to lead with the don't?
I'll lead it off.
All right.
So first thing, do not, before you are purchasing a home, do not finance anything. Now that means anything from furniture credit cards to maybe Walmart buying a new TV.
But I need a new car. Can I get a new car?
No, you can't get a new car. So make sure, well, you can, but you're not in the process of buying a house, so go buy a new car if you want. But anyway, so do not finance anything. The bank will check up on these things, and we've seen this happen far too many times, and someone messes up their loan. So make sure you don't finance anything.
Yeah, for sure. And that goes the same thing with co-signing too. So don't co-sign, don't do anything different than what you told your mortgage lender at the start of the process.
Exactly. Even if it's your favorite relative and you want to help them out and whatnot, wait until you have the keys in your hand and the house is yours.
Correct. The second don't to do before you close on the property. Now, obviously, all this is going to be contingent upon you already having the house under contract and all that good to go, which your local real estate agent should be able to help you do a great job with that. So the second don't is going to be don't change jobs or careers during this process. So that's even if you're making a lateral move within the same company. You may be able to get away with a promotion, but try to just stay in the same position because that can definitely complicate things, especially if the pay structure is different. So if you're going to be doing that, wait the 30 to 45 days for you to actually close on the house. This can cause significant ramifications for you being able to actually close on the property. And even, yes, if you hate your job and your boss is the worst boss in the entire world, you got to hang tight for the next 30 to 45 days because even if you change company to another company doing the same job, you're going to have major issues because now you're going to have unemployment problems.
And God forbid, don't get fired.
Yeah,
That'd
don't get fired.
That's definitely,
keep your mouth shut for another 30 days.
That's going to mess up your loan for sure.
Call your real estate agent, vent to them, tell them how much you hate it.
I hate it. My boss is a jerk. I can't wait to close on this house so I can walk in there and tell them I quit, but don't get fired, whatever you do.
Please don't get fired.
So next thing would be don't pay off any huge credit card balances without talking to your lender first. So it seems like it would be a good idea, but there's all sorts of rules and things that are always changing and things that can affect your credit score. So you want to make sure that you consult with your lender before paying off any kind of large balances on credit cards or any large outstanding debt, for lack of better words.
Perfect. Great one. This next one is going to be something I feel goes overlooked quite a bit and is kind of people just don't really think it's that big a deal. So when you're put your home under contract and you start telling your family and friends, especially family, they get excited. You tell your Uncle Joe up in New Jersey and he's like, oh my God, I love you. It's so happy for you. I'm going to give you $5,000 as a pre-housewarming closing gift and I'm going to wire it to your money or whatever it is. Don't do this. It's a huge no-no. The bank, the lender that you're working with, they are going to be looking at your finances from the start of your application to the close of the property. So if they see unknown monies coming in, they're going to want to know where it came from, why it's there, and they're going to ask you a lot of questions that could potentially affect your ability to purchase this home. So if you're going to be getting gifts like this, please make sure that you preferably hold off until the closing actually happens. If it's something that's necessary to maybe help give you a little push to actually be able to get it for a down payment or closing costs or things like that, please make sure you disclose this with your lender. It is absolutely crucial. They deal with this on a day-to-day. If you try to hide something, it will come up. So there's simple paperwork that can be filled out that will ensure you're able to receive the gift and make everything still go forward and be able to close on the property.
Exactly. So fill out the special form with your lender
Yeah.
and make sure that you consult them for sure. That's a good one.
TTP report or whatever
and then this
it is.
one, I feel like could be overlooked, and a lot of people wouldn't do this, but don't go talk to the seller of the property. That's what you have.
That's a big one.
We had this happen a couple weeks ago actually, but don't go speak to the seller because they might be in a position where they promise you something and then they might not follow through. And there's channels to do these things. This way, there's no he said, she said, and any potential conflicts or anything that could arise from that, and ultimately keep you from getting the property that you want. So go through your realtor, us, and that's why we're here. We're here to be a medium between you and the seller of the property.
Yeah, definitely. And using a local area real estate professional like Tim and I with White Whale Real Estate, we'll make sure that we handle these negotiations and just make sure everything goes smooth so you have a smooth and hassle-free closing. But it is important because you don't know the position that the seller could be in, and
stress, tensions are high. They're selling.
They're moving.
And don't forget, you're always selling your house. You're also having to move and cancel things, and it's a lot's going on behind the scenes too sometimes.
Yeah,
so
for
most
certain.
of the time.
So on to the do's.
What do you do when you are buying a house? You want me to go first?
Yeah, go first because I'm prepared.
Keep on
right now.
saving your money. So just because you're buying a house, it's always a good thing to keep saving money. You want to. It's nice to have a little nest egg, people call it, for when you do close on a property. This way, you're prepared for any unseen incidental fees that come up. Maybe you forgot to register with a landscaper or a lawn maintenance guy, a pool guy, things like that. So keep saving your money.
Yep, definitely. It's always good to save the money and just kind of prepare for those rainy days. The next one is going to be stay on top of your paperwork. Now, you may think that you are your loan officer's only client, but they themselves probably have, I don't know, how many do you think they're usually working with at any given time? Tons of them. And that's just your one person, and now they've got to go to the main bank where where the money is. So we love you and we think you're great and you're number one to us, but you're not number one to the banks where you're getting the money from. So it's really important to stay on top of the paperwork process because this can delay the closing or prevent the closing in its entirety by missing deadlines and things like that. So as soon as your lending officer gets you a piece of paperwork, please make sure that you fill it out. Fill it out to the best of your ability, and always, like we mentioned before, be truthful in everything because it will come out, and you could be in a position where if you maybe fibbed a little bit and then now you paid for home inspections and escrow deposits and all these things, you could end up being in jeopardy of losing out on all that money on the front end. So it is really important to stay on top of the paperwork and be truthful when you're filling it out.
Exactly. So that leads us into the next one, which you kind of touched on, was stay accessible to your realtor or your lender. There's going to be forms that pop up throughout the process, addendums, pre-closing disclosures, things of that nature. So make sure that you're always accessible to your realtor and to your lender.
Yeah, so just basically stay present in the deal until it closes. The next one that we've got is home inspections. You should always get a home inspection. There are very, very rare cases where you should not get one. Or maybe not, should not's the right word, but maybe you don't need one. Tim and I always recommend home inspections. Our company, White Whale Real Estate, we always recommend them. You just don't know. That's just the plain and simple of it, and it allows you the protection and the security to be able to make sure you know exactly what you're getting into and you're not getting into a money pit. It's also going to be necessary for when you go to apply for home insurance. It's going to let you know if you need flood insurance, just anything that could majorly be wrong with the house to help protect you and your family from a major money loss.
Exactly. So that's a good one as well. And then lastly, do make moving arrangements. Don't wait until the day before closing and be like, oh shoot, I got to move all this stuff out of the house. We've had that happen once before as well. So make sure that you're making moving arrangements. Maybe not as soon as your house goes under contract, but you should be thinking about it if you don't already have a place to go. Homes are still selling really quickly. We're still selling our clients' homes really quickly. So make sure you make moving arrangements. And if there's anything we can do to help you plan that, remember, we are your realtors. We're here to help you buy and sell property, but we're also here to help consult you through the entire process. Yeah. So that was the do's and don'ts. If you feel like we've missed one or you've encountered one that we didn't cover in this video, please leave us a comment below. And remember to like, subscribe, follow. we're full-time realtors, but we're also trying to be YouTube sensations on the side. So let us know what we can do to help you.
Yeah, we would actually really love to hear your comments on your do's and don'ts of real estate and what your experience has been. And like Tim said, whatever we can do to help facilitate the whole real estate transaction, from helping you find movers to repair people, the home inspectors, to insurance agents, whatever it is, we're here. We're a full service brokerage and happy to help any way that we can. And we look forward to seeing you in next week's video.
See you next week.